If you're watching this video and you want to hit your first 6K per month passively selling AI digital products, but you don't know how to market the product, how to actually sell the product, then stick it to the end of this video because I'm going to literally explain my exact content slash marketing strategy that made me over $6,000 passively. Keep in mind that I have also used ads and long form content on the back end to help me out with my nurturing system. When it comes to actually attracting people organically, I laid out the whole thing in this video. So bring out your pen and paper and let's get started. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so right now we are on my Instagram and these are videos that I posted literally months ago, but I'm going to be using this strategy again just as proof that this still works, and I still see people on Instagram make a ton of money with this. But essentially the strategy is very simple. You need to, number one, make content that is specifically targeted to your audience, and you also need to make it personal, pain related or pain based slash dream based. I'm going to explain everything in just a bit, but this is just a quick example, right? In this video right here, I'm going to make sure I don't add the sound so I don't get any copyright. The strategy is very simple. I literally call out my audience. I say in a video in big, if you are 18 to 17, tired of work, broke and in debt, here's how to get out of that mess. So as you can see, number one, it's super targeted to my audience. Number two, the pain that I mentioned inside the video is super targeted to my audience. And then I mentioned the solution in the caption. So one of the reasons why the whole read the caption strategy works so well on Instagram, even to this day, is because while people are reading the caption, because it's a 5 to 6 second video, people take longer than 5 to 6 seconds to read the entire caption. So what happens is the watch time retention increases, which tells the algorithm, the Instagram algorithm, that people actually like the video. If the watch time retention just keeps going up and up and up and up, that means that your video is actually valuable and is actually solving a problem. And that is going to get you even more views and even more money potentially because people keep watching the video over and over again. But what it is doing is, to the algorithm, people keep watching the video, but in real time what's going on is that people are just reading the caption. Now the caption section is extremely important because of course my hook did the job, it did pretty well, but the caption in and of itself as well not only needs to be valuable, but it needs to be also human and relatable, because once again, this is specifically for my audience. So I mentioned how with my story specifically, I was also in debt and I also was tired of work, and I tied the solution to my story but also to them as well. So in a very storytelling slash human way, I just talk about my story, talk about what I did to actually fix it, the results that I gotten, and then a call to action to get access to my free blueprint, which, by the way, if you want all of the strategies that I speak about here explained and even more, that plus all of my resources, including my content vault and my prompts, check the link in the description for a full free blueprint that explains how this business works, plus all my strategies and resources. So check the link in the description for that. But essentially, the same product that I'm talking about right now, which is my free product, I gave it out here as well, and I made it a huge call to action. You want to, of course, in every single one of these videos, to get that extra boost of engagement, to do a call to action to a free product that you have, whether it be for people to follow you, to DM you, or to comment, or to get your free product. If people don't have a reason to engage with your content, then you're not gonna get any views, you're not gonna get as much results as you could possibly get. So the strategy when it comes to captions, once again, is just very simple. You want to make it human, you want to make it relatable, you kind of want to make it sound like a conversation but also provide value. So once you have those things checked, you should be good. Now keep in mind, this could have been done with AI. I prefer having a more of a human touch and actually get to practice my copywriting skills with it. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. And I'm going to show you the exact prompts that you can use to actually make this happen. But let's move on to the next video. In this video right here, I use a very relatable and casual hook that's not super crazy. As you can see, I use POV. And as you can see, like on the background of the video, especially with every single one of these videos, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm literally just recording myself. I'm just recording 5 to 6 second videos, what we call B-roll videos, of me just doing like regular tasks. I'm reading a book on my bed, or I recorded myself while I was on a call with somebody. You can see with this video as well that we're going to talk about very soon, I'm literally on my bed, working on my bed with my computer. So the strategy is very simple. You don't need to record yourself doing nothing crazy, right? But if you do want to do this faceless, I am also going to provide you the resources in the link in the description. So check the free blueprint for that, and I'm going to show you how to do it as well. But the strategy is still pretty much the same, right? As you can see on this video, I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just reading the book, have my hook on the screen, that I tell people to read the caption, right? As you can see right here, I want to make passive income from home, but I'm lazy. So one thing, once again, that I know about my audience is that they struggle with procrastination. And what I do is I bridge that gap between me as an authority, but also making it relatable to them because I understand them. I know that they want to make money online, but I also know that they're lazy and they want a way to make money online in a very easy, safe way. And that's exactly what I'm providing in the video. So a very easy, simple strategy. It's really just about understanding your audience. So as you can see here, I bridged that gap by being relatable by saying that I'm lazy too and I made 11K. And then I tell people to read the caption exactly how. And in the caption, I literally just, it's like I'm speaking to a friend. I just type in what's going through my mind. Now, of course, you can use AI like Claude or ChatGPT to kind of do this entire structure for you, and you give it your own ideas and you can literally copy paste it. But I prefer to use my own creativity and copywriting skills to just literally speak my mind. So I'm just talking about how my audience, just like me before, used to daydream about passive income and didn't know how to get started, but was also overwhelmed by a bunch of side hustles. And then I gave out all of the things that I did to actually get there. Right? And then of course, once again, at the ending section of the caption, I make sure that I create more value and I sell the dream of this business. And then I tell people to just at the end to follow me and drop a comment so they get my free product, aka my digital synthesis blueprint that explains the entire business. And inside that lead magnet, there's also another call to action for my paid product, which at the time was a mini course on how to make money as an affiliate, right? So the strategy, once again, is very simple. It's really not complicated. It's very easy to understand. It's just a matter of you having the right hooks and just using your captions in a very intelligent way to build that connection with your audience. Now stay tuned because I'm going to give you the exact prompts that I would use to actually create a very similar caption but also get very similar hooks. So stay tuned for that. That being said, let's move on to the next video. So this video as well is very simple. Once again, I'm literally just on my bed in my old crib and I'm literally just opening my computer as if I'm going to work. And this is literally just a 5 to 6 second video. So I just say, I want to quit my job and work from home. How do I start? And it's very simple. Like I'm just using the Notes app on iPhone, giving it all the steps, and I'm just flashing it on a screen for 1.5, maybe 1.2 seconds. And the reason why this strategy works so well is because once again, this increases the watch time retention on your videos. When people watch these videos and as they see the information flashing so fast, they need to actually hold the screen or watch the video multiple times to read the whole thing. And they can either do that or read the caption. Now, I prefer forcing people to watch the video so watch time retention goes up, but I also make a call to action at the end for people to read the caption. As you can see right here, I say start today and follow plus comment X, and I'll send you my free guide, which at the time, free digital synthesis blueprint, explain the business even more. But as you can see, like on the caption, I literally don't do too much because I already gave all the sauce, all the information, all the value in the video in and of itself. Within the caption, all I did was kind of build a bit more hype and build a bit more value when it comes to the business in and of itself. And once again, I repeated the call to action. So it's a very simple strategy. It might seem complicated, and you can either do this on Canva or literally just take screenshots of your Notes app on your iPhone. So you just go on your phone's app, you go on your Notes app on iPhone, you type in the information, so the headline and the information. And then if you want to add a picture, you go on Canva and then you add it that way. So you screenshot it, go to Canva, add it in, and then you literally just export everything you make in a very simple video on CapCut. Now that you understand the strategy, how exactly could you create this with AI? And most importantly, how can you do this faceless? I'm gonna explain everything in just a bit. So let's go right here on my screen. So as you can see right here, this is the free blueprint, which once again, I've said again, the link is in the description. I literally give out all the information on this business, how to get started, how to create content, all that good stuff. But following exactly the strategy that I give out inside this blueprint, we can just take this hook right here and give it to ChatGPT so it can give me more hooks related to my niche, right? So in this case, it's specifically not about my niche, it's for a client. All I'm gonna do is just copy it right here. So I already have it copied right here. So I'm just gonna let this load for a bit, copy it here to ChatGPT, paste it, press enter. And the prompt is very simple. Give me 20 hooks related to gym bros and identity anxiety and make them personal like this. I want to become financially free but don't know how, but apply it to gym bros and mental health / identity anxiety. Once again, this exact prompt, you want to modify it and make it personal to your specific audience, their pains, and your offer. But in this case, it's about gym bros and mental health. In the matter of a few seconds, you can see I already gave me 20 hooks that I can literally use for my videos for the next 2 weeks. Now, some of these hooks are pretty good. Some of these hooks sound very much AI. So you want to take your time, read them, and add a little touch to it. So if you want to change a few words here and there, if you want to make it shorter, you want to make it more human, you most definitely can. If I were to tell ChatGPT, make them shorter, type in enter, I'm going to get those exact 20 hooks one more time, but they're way shorter. And the great thing with having short hooks is that if you're using the right hooks, you're using the right words, people can get hit very quickly. For example, a hook that I could use could be POV, muscles don't equal masculinity. That in and of itself is going to intrigue a lot of gym bros and they're like, I thought that having more muscle was gonna make me be more manly, but essentially it's not the case. When you use very controversial hooks, when you use very controversial themes in your videos, you're gonna get crazy amount of views. I've gotten at least 2, 3, 4, 5 videos go absolutely insane when it comes to virality. Like definitely get over 50K or 100K views because I'm literally just using controversy. Like for example, I was literally shitting on dropshipping, which in my opinion is absolutely trash. And in those videos, I literally just say why dropshipping is absolutely trash. And then I make a call to action for people to learn a business model that is way better than dropshipping. But in the hook in and of itself, I say that dropshipping is absolutely trash and unreliable. So when you give people a hook, when you use a hook that is absolutely against the normal understanding that people have about a specific topic or your market, you're going to go absolutely crazy and get a ton of views, but most importantly, a lot of money if you know how to convert those views into dollars in your pocket. That being said, now that I have these hooks I can definitely use on my videos, I can also use the same caption strategy that I mentioned before to get people interested. So all I'm gonna do is use the same caption that once again is available right here inside the digital synthesis blueprint. You can check that out, and all I have to do is copy paste this exact prompt and just modify it real quick. So the prompt is very simple. Create an Instagram caption that includes 3 tips about this topic that will provide values to others. Explain each tip in 90 words or less. Add a call to action at the end for my free guide. Make it human and relatable. Now, of course, in this specific prompt, the one thing that I would modify is for you to add in the hook that you chose. So let's say, for example, that you chose hook number 1, which is I got ripped and still hate my reflection. All I'm gonna do is just copy it. And then instead of saying about this topic, I'm just gonna add in 2 points and then paste in the hook that I chose. And then from there, it's gonna be able to craft a way better caption. And one of the reasons why I say that AI needs to make it human and relatable is because a lot of times AI is just gonna literally just give you a bunch of information and that's it. And on Instagram, you need to come off as a human being, because if you're using AI, great, you most definitely can, but you need to make your brand human. If I even wanted to, I could say instead of making it human and relatable, I could say make it conversational. And that's gonna use a storytelling format within the caption. But all I'm gonna do now is just press enter. In a matter of a few seconds, I have an entire caption that I can literally copy paste and add it onto my video. So as you can see right here, it's using a caption opener, giving out the sauce, and then a call to action. Now, of course, this is way too short, and I can literally just tell ChatGPT, make it longer and conversational. Like, you're absolutely free to modify this prompt and modify the result that you get from the AI as much as you can. There are no limitations when it comes to AI. You can do whatever it is you want and modify it however way you want. As you can see right here on the screen, it is literally going crazy right now, giving out all the sauce, making it superhuman, and using a storytelling format. As you can see, just to really just highlight some of the aspects here, it says, this was the hardest one. When your identity revolves around being the fit guy, losing definition can feel like losing yourself. This is just a quick line, and it sounds human. It sounds relatable because the AI actually understands my audience. That being said, now that you have the caption strategy, you have the hook strategy, you know what your videos are going to be about, you have a solid understanding of your audience, what exactly is going to be the content that you use in the background. Now you have 2 options. You can either, number 1, do the personal / semi-faceless brand route, which is what I did. I showed my face, just recorded myself doing a bunch of random stuff, home or outside, or you can do this 100% faceless. And once again, inside the digital synthesis blueprint, which is inside the link in the description, I give out my content vault with all of my content and videos that I will use on the background. So right here, I can see MDS content vault, and inside this folder, you can see a bunch of clips, high quality clips that you can use for your content, whether it be you are in a women niche, in a health niche, in a fitness niche, whatever it is, you have a bunch of clips here that you can use 100% for free. The link is in the description. That being said, let me show you some of the content that I would create, or at least that I have helped my client create, and he's doing this 100% faceless. Now, he started off a brand new Instagram account, and he was only averaging about maybe 200 or 300 views. And just by him being consistent and using the same strategy that I'm talking about right now, he got over 1.4K views in a matter of a few days. And he was only averaging about 200 to 300 views. So you can imagine how much of a growth that is. And all he did in this video is just use one of the clips that I provide inside the folder. He has a hook on the screen that talks about gym bros and mental health. And then he tells people to read the caption by saying, want your mind to catch up, as a question. Once again, this builds intrigue, this builds engagement. And then within the caption, Once again, he literally just used ChatGPT just like I told him. A very simple, very easy strategy to not only get a bunch of views, but also nurture your audience so you can then convert that into dollars in your pocket. If you've reached this part of the video, first and first, congratulations, because a lot of people at this point, they've already clicked off, gotten distracted on TikTok, but you stayed here and you watched the entire video. That being said, if you want to see me use this exact strategy live, creating it from scratch, then check the link in the description for the free digital synthesis blueprint that explains this business step by step, but also shows you a video of me actually going about this live. So me creating the product, me actually posting the video, editing the video, all that good stuff is inside the free digital synthesis blueprint. So if you're actually serious about building your product, selling your product, and actually marketing it the right way, then check the link in the description for the free digital synthesis blueprint. And by the way, if you already started this journey or you want to get into this business and make over 6K per month passively, then book a one-on-one call with me. The link is in the description. We're going to have a conversation, get to know each other better. And if you're actually serious about this, I'm more than happy to guide you every single week to not only start this business, but also scale this business to the moon. I'm going to be helping you every single week. I'm going to be also optimizing your time. And if you ever have an emergency, I'm more than happy to do a certain task for you so you can keep building the business up and you can make money. That being said, I'll talk to you soon.